Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
See, funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much. Checking out the scene, wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face, it caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling gone. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone. No, I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And when it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure.
Yo, what's good?
What's happening?
What's cracking lacking?
Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
And Ty.
And today we got our dude, our boy, what's popping?
What's up? What's up?
What up, dog?
What you going by tonight?
Triple chocolate. Whatever piece of chocolate could dive, you call me that, because that's what I'm looking like on the screen.
What's up, Sadat? I call no grown ass man
I
triple
know.
chocolate.
I gotta put my tank voice on.
Right.
Yeah.
Sit over here and call no grown man.
My R&B
He's
voice.
like delicious.
I'm an R&B singer tonight.
Sit here and call no grown man triple chocolate. What up, Sadat?
Not much.
What's
It's popping.
good?
Thanks for inviting me to the show, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So today we talking about protecting the brand.
The brand.
And I know when y'all read that, y'all automatically start thinking about, your personal brand or your brand that you're building as far as your career or whatever the case may be. That too. But you got to understand that your relationship is a brand.
Yeah.
Everything you touch is your brand. So we're going to talk about tonight how to protect your brand in every aspect of your brand.
Okay, all right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Y'all ready, fellas?
I was trying to figure out how you was going to bring it around, but
Yeah, I'm
okay,
trying to figure it out
Pastor.
too.
Okay,
I
Pastor.
was waiting for that.
Y'all ready, fellas?
Yep.
Let's get it.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
I just came here to win.
Winning Wednesdays.
Winning Wednesdays.
Win. No matter what.
Win, no matter what.
Clean sweep.
Listen, y'all don't understand. Like, I've been having a crappy day today.
Really?
Just a really day today.
Yeah.
And every time I sit at this table, like no matter what I'm feeling, no matter what I'm going through, when I hear that theme song, it does something for me. Like it changed my mindset. It changed my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, Robin, forget it. To heck with everything else. You came here to win,
Right.
and it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So shout out to our theme song. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's what a good theme song will do to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like, when you hear DuckTales on Saturday mornings.
Oh, yeah.
That don't do it for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As a kid, that did it for you.
No, it didn't.
Life
What?
is like a hurricane. Yeah.
No.
Duckburg.
There is
Anyway.
no duck bird.
Saturday morning.
Shoots and jumps and airplanes.
It ain't
It's
shoots
up.
and ladders and airplanes.
No, I said, what is it? Shoots and chains
it ain't
and duck
shoots
planes.
nothing.
But he the one who said he didn't.
Oh,
do it.
I
he
know
don't know
it.
it.
I
But he don't
just
know the
didn't
song.
say it didn't do it for life is like a
Okay, never mind.
He don't even know the song.
duck birds, race cars, lasers, airplanes.
It's
But it is
a duck
blur.
Yeah.
Life's
At any rate.
all a
A
mystery.
good theme song,
Or rewrite history.
but it didn't do nothing for him.
DuckTales.
While he over here doing the shimmy to it,
Well,
though.
you
know what I'm
can't
saying?
start the DuckTales song until you get to the
He is
ooh
over here. He
Then
is
you
over
can
here
end it.
shimmying to the song that did nothing for him. Let's be clear.
Right.
I didn't say
He's
it didn't
shimmying to
motivate
it.
me, but it was a good song. It had a
That's
good
all I
ooh
was just
woo
trying
in
to
it.
say.
He
That's
like,
all
oh,
I
it's
was
7 o'clock. DuckTales on.
Right. You ran.
So listen, like I said, today we talking about protecting the brand, and people misunderstand that. Like, so we gonna deep dive into that thing. Like, y'all gotta understand that there are so many ways that you have to protect the brand. There are certain things you can and can't do to protect the brands. There are certain things you can and cannot say to protect the brand. So we gonna break down how to protect the brand, whether the brand is your relationship, whether the brand is your personal reputation, whether the brand is actually your brand that you're building. You have to protect your brand against everything and against everybody, because unfortunately there are people out here that's out here just to ruin your brand.
Yeah.
Hell, that's cancel culture all day, every day.
Like,
So we're going to talk about how to protect that brand. But before
Yep.
we get started, we're going to talk about what's coming up next week. I'm so excited. It's finally here. We are 1 week out. And as I told you guys, when we get to the 1 week point before Taste of Black Spirits, my mindset shifts. Like, it becomes my grind shifts, my focus shift, because I got a show to do and I got to get ready, and I got people depending on me at that point. So Sadat, tell us about what's next week.
so next week we are in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Where my horns at, man? I was waiting for that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? We in Brooklyn, New York for Taste of Black Spirits. We will have over 60 black-owned brands in the building. You know what I'm saying? We will have the Just Our Opinion podcast in the building. I already asked about the after party, but we might make it happen.
How you gonna shoot on that after party?
Because we got stuff to do.
Well, tell us more about the after party.
I don't know. We might have to set up a podcast room at the after party. You hear me?
Listen, He asking for it.
You plan on doing that on Thursday night, right?
Look, oh yeah, don't forget Liquid on
The
Thursday.
pregame party.
The pregame party. We will be in the building.
He trying to get us in trouble.
All that.
Ain't nobody gonna be functional or nothing.
I don't care if we got to go in 30-minute intervals. We going home.
Hold on, we gonna, look, we might try some of the new Ron Isley.
Let's get it. So as y'all heard, we've been talking about it for months. Taste of Black Spirits, Brooklyn. We are on our way to New York.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. We are 7 days away from making Taste of Black Spirits national.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
That's
Big
huge.
time.
We about to make history, and we don't say that lightly. We don't take that lightly. JOO and Taste of Black Spirits have been as one since the very beginning. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch just this vision and this plan just blow up. I'm so excited. So look, we coming to a city near you. Brooklyn is just the beginning.
Yep.
Just wait, be patient. We coming to a city near you. I think we need to go to the South next. Me personally.
To Atlanta? Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil that, but
That's the
it's
South.
on the flow. I'm not gonna.
Why every time you say the South, ninjas talk about Atlanta?
It's the
It's
South.
automated-
Don't know.
It's
You
on
want to
the
go to Mississippi?
Yeah,
I mean, really?
I don't even know no planes that fly into Mississippi.
I ain't trying to go to Lynchtown.
Listen. No
Spirit
disrespect
don't go to Mississippi.
no disrespect to our people in Mississippi, because we got fans in Mississippi that watch faithfully. So no disrespect to our fans in Mississippi. But listen, Taste of Black Spirits is going national, so we coming to a city near you. Brooklyn is just the first on the list of our tour. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But y'all do have to understand, these shows take 6 months to put together, at least. At least. So we leave in Brooklyn. We got Taste of Black Spirits back here in September.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick our next destination.
September when?
29th.
Yeah. We got to focus on Brooklyn first, because you can't. They're gonna be thinking
Okay.
they got to fly to Brooklyn and then gotta go. Nah. For
So-
everybody in Detroit, y'all can get it in September and February, like always. It's not changing.
But we will be in Brooklyn next week.
Next week. Yeah.
All right. So it's time to get started with this topic. Like I said, we're talking about protecting the brand. But before we get started, I'm trying to not waste too much of the time. So we're going to cut a quick beat.
Share the page. She got a brand new
You got a
beat.
quick beat for us?
Yeah, let's go.
Brand new.
Y'all know what time it is. Let's go.
Let's go.
Unique.
Yo, hey.
Triple chocolate in the
Right
building.
before Brooklyn, y'all know how we do it. Let me adjust my brand. Check it out. You gotta share the page, cause it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know JOO don't stop.
Don't
Yeah.
We fly, we coming to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the
Get your
house.
tickets, know what we doing. Taste the Black Spirits going down.
Damn.
In your town.
Huh.
How you like that now?
Now.
It's JOO. Go and get your tickets. Cause if you don't, well, you just miss it. Now back to the grind. Go and share the page. It's Robin, Mike, and Todd coming through for days.
Yeah.
Don't mind my ways.
Yeah.
Don't ride the wave.
Yeah.
You must be dead or sleeping in that
Great.
grave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're
Oh
done.
shit! Did Mike really write something?
Off the dome
No,
record.
we off the dome.
I ain't never heard
dome.
you rap.
We Jay-Z Biggie in
The
here.
dome.
Off the dome. We don't
record.
write
Lord
nothing
Jesus.
down.
Feel like the Migos in here.
So y'all know what time it is. Stop what you're doing. Share the page, because we need to teach everybody how to protect the brand. Keep in mind, this is just our opinion. So if you don't like how we tell you to protect your brand, do what you want to do. But the point is, make sure you protect your brand.
Facts.
Right.
So one of the things that I wanted to explore first and foremost, since we are primarily a relationship podcast, I want you to start relooking at your relationship as a brand. It is very important that you look at your relationship as a brand. And the reason I say that is, for whatever reason, people put more work into their brands than they do their relationships. But if you start actually looking at your relationship as a brand, something that's going to elevate you, something that's going to take you to the next level, something that you're going to grow with, something that you're going to make money with, something that you're going to move with, you will start protecting it as such.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, in any brand, broad or general, it's just like you're gonna protect the image of what's being seen in the public.
Right, right.
So for sure, for me, the number one golden rule is, as far as protecting the brand, is not putting anything negative out that could destroy the image of us, if that makes sense.
So you need a good PR team.
So my daddy used to call it a united front.
Right.
And basically what that means is when you are protecting your relationship brand, you don't let outsiders see any cracks in the foundation of your brand or your relationship. So no matter what you put out to the public, that everything's good over here, because the last thing you want to do is get a devil room to play in your relationship.
Right.
And the moment you start putting things out there that is contrary to we good over here, you gave the devil just that itty bitty slither of a spot to come in and mess around in what you got going on.
Yeah, but before you actually protecting from the outside in, you have to protect from the inside out. And
Absolutely.
I'll explain what I mean by that. So I'm in a new brand contract now, and it's always very good when you're in that first couple of stages of brand awareness.
Can I pause for a second though?
What?
Can I just throw a flag on this play real quick?
Can I finish my thought?
Right,
No,
I say what I'm about to say.
no. We're going to throw a flag on this play real quick. Because you've said at this table consecutively every week
What?
depicting a image or a brand, so to speak, of this habitual single guy. I'm never getting back into a relationship. I'm never doing this again. I'm divorced twice. I'm not interested in. And then you even taught a show on, how to pick your team and this, that, and the third. So now you're telling me.
We talked
You're
to y'all.
telling me.
Get him, Robin.
Not me.
You're telling me at this point that your brand has changed.
Yes, absolutely. Brands can change. You can be a free agent, then go sign with a team because the bag is
He
good.
think he KD. he think he Kevin Durant.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can sign a contract. You got to do what's best for you and your brand at that moment. And sometimes what was best for me then was be out here in these streets.
You ain't gonna get no ring just because of that.
At all.
You're gonna be just like
And
KD.
then as I became a man, I let go of childish.
I know we are not doing that.
I'm a
I
king, man.
know good and dark. I'm not going to
Went
even
through
let
a-
you
he
sit
threw
at
a
this
brand
table.
restructure.
No.
He had to hire somebody.
He say when the
No,
lion lifted me
I gotta be serious. No, when you find a good one, you gotta know how to be a real one. You can't still be in the streets and have a good one. So See?
That's just not good for your brand.
what? Being in the streets and
trying
have
to-
a
you
good
can't
one?
be-
No,
Yeah, you can't do both.
I got a
You gotta
good
pick.
one and I'm a real one.
There you
Anyway,
go.
so but like I was saying,
that fast.
when you are in new relationships or in a relationship, it all starts with protecting the brand, building that foundation. If you have a crappy foundation, it doesn't matter how well it is, how you look like on the outside, it's going to break up from within. So you got to start from the bottom up. That's all I was saying. You should be happy that I'm not in these streets anymore.
I don't give a doggone about you being in the streets.
You see,
Your community penis didn't have nothing to do with me, sir.
He said, I'm turning my player card early.
You out here.
Yeah, from the inside out. But no,
you see how they
get
do
it.
you on this show, boy.
I get it. I get the point that you
You
make.
just can't even be happy for
Oh,
you.
man.
Hey, I am happy for you. I'm just saying that your brand.
Changes.
No.
Okay,
no.
look at it this
No,
way.
Free
your-
now.
Let's,
you say
He's
what?
gluten free now.
He gluten free.
no,
Oh,
let's
wow.
look at it this way.
You was sugar first.
Coca-Cola, now they have a really good brand. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
Great company, great product.
Right.
Right.
Well, everybody know Coca-Cola used to put cocaine
That's
in
when
their
they had
product.
it. That's when they had a great brand and a great product.
So Ty, you Coke Zero now?
Absolutely.
He out here Coke.
Cocaine free.
He out here Coke Light,
Sugar free and shit.
Diet Coke.
Everybody drink me.
Absolutely. I no longer have crack in my drink. You know?
Coke Zero.
You know what?
I didn't.
I'm trying not to. harp on your brand reconditioning or
See,
your,
I gotta protect my brand from my whole co-host.
I'm not trying to.
Hating on my brand.
I'm not trying to hate on your rebranding. That's what you're
Right.
rebranding.
He's born again.
I'm just saying
You better
that,
hold up.
you know, I'm just, you know, and no disrespect to Ty's girlfriend, but
Got me hot out here.
it's just hard for me because I've sat at this table for
Damn.
104 some odd weeks
And been subject to his.
and been subject to his previous brand.
Right.
Well, now
So the rebranding just is.
now I can be like you. So when I used to way back.
No, you don't.
No,
No, you don't. Y'all ain't been together long enough. No,
I
you
was about
don't.
to say, because it ain't been
No,
that
you
long.
don't. No, you don't. Because I'm going to call you out every time. Oh, you mean a couple weeks ago?
Well,
I'm going to call you out every time. Like, you mean 4 Thursdays ago. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You're like, no, you don't.
Time.
No, you don't. You ain't been in it long enough.
Ty,
No, you
I
don't.
just hope your building got hella good structure. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And that's where it starts. I'm glad you made
Yeah,
that
I got
point.
a really good
Good structure,
foundation
Because
Yeah.
let's
in my
say,
new brand.
If it got cracks and you come back on this show,
Oh, I know they gonna talk junk.
Oh, when I tell you,
I already know.
Jesus be cement. Because when I tell
We praying for
you
Brother Ty.
that I'm a
Rock solid.
I'm gonna take a chisel to his unstable foundation.
Nope.
Listen,
My
listen.
foundation strong.
Well, amen.
Yeah, absolutely. Brand awareness number 2.
They should come in with costumes just for you and just pray for you on that episode. Look, give you your cards back and everything.
Right.
Your player card.
All I'm saying is we need to have a black book burning ceremony on the show. The
yeah.
way he done begged
Book
for folk
burning?
he done begged for folk to be in his DM and
I ain't beg. I just offered suggestions.
You say it was open.
And all y'all that thought about being in my DM, sorry about your luck now.
So you closed the DM?
Yep, DMs are closed.
Okay.
Mine's are the
You changed
show
your number
DMs.
too? You changed your number?
No, I ain't
Hey,
changed
ladies,
my
y'all still
number.
can text him. You still can text him. He still got the
still
same
Ty.
number.
Oh, I don't pick
same
up
old
random
Ty.
calls.
Look, hey, he gonna answer.
That'll destroy your brand quick.
That'll destroy you.
What?
you know what?
Random
And
text?
I'm glad y'all talked about that.
Yeah.
I don't answer
Because-
random calls.
Because do you have to change your number to protect your relationship
No,
brand?
I done had my same number since 1995.
You have to set the you have to set the tone. Like when you making that conversion, you have to be like, listen, give me some time to set the record straight for everybody. It's gonna be a few.
Come on,
that's
Mike.
gonna call.
A few
playing.
stragglers.
Mike, say what you want to say, man.
Listen,
You dancing around. Just say what you want to say.
A few stragglers.
Say it.
listen. You gotta be upfront and be like, hey, this is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
For the next 30 to 60 to 90 days. Ride with me.
Mike is right. You know, I had to be straight up and be like, look, I have to clear out some of the bench players
Oh, wow.
before I decide to, you know, make everything whole. Right.
So y'all know
and
how-
I had an honest conversation.
As women, y'all know how we do that?
Huh.
Like real talk. I'm not gonna even
everybody.
lie. No. We don't even have to do that. The way we do it is we just all of a sudden start posting, oh my boo, hey daddy, my king.
that work
And when you
with-
start
see,
doing
yeah, 'cause-
when you start doing stuff like that, you get like 1 week of the oh for real.
Right. Oh, that's how you gonna do?
So
I
you
thought you wasn't ready for a
you in a
relationship.
little relationship
She'll be
now.
back. She'll be back.
You in a little relationship now, and then
We get that too.
Nah,
we get
we don't.
not as much as they do,
See,
but we
here's
get
the
a
thing.
random.
Here's
gotta
the
see me.
thing.
Yeah, see me outside. That's
Listen.
no cap.
Listen, that may work because y'all, like you said, y'all post pictures of this, that, and the other. But for us guys, we not finna be doing all
Nah.
that posting of the this is my boo and this, that, and the other. We're not-
he did.
He did.
I
He
got a
did.
strong foundation.
He did.
I don't have
I
nothing to
looked up.
hide.
I looked up on Insta and was like, oh,
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
oh.
I follow you on Insta. I ain't see that.
Do you?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
only
okay.
posted it to his close friends.
I don't even.
That's probably why that circle was green. In the
Let me
car.
stop. Let me stop. Let me get
We on a date.
Told you we ain't gonna get tired in trouble. We good. We
yeah.
good.
Ain't no. I
Yeah, this is
ain't
all
no
jokes.
ain't
Yeah,
no
that
trouble
disclaimer that
for
came
me.
on before, that's for Ty.
Yeah.
Right. The views and
No, but
opinions.
no, you asked a serious question. Like, Do you have to change your number to protect your relationship? I think you shouldn't have to.
No.
But if it becomes a long-going issue, it might be something you want to consider.
See, but okay, now what happens when your phone number is tied to two different brands? So you got your relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been playing these games, and you've been dating this person, that person, a third person, whatever the case may be, with your cell phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, that same exact cell phone is tied to the money, which is your other brand. You know what I'm saying? The other brand that you're building, the professional brand that you're building.
Right.
I don't feel like you can come to me at that point and look at me and be like, oh, you need to change your number, because now my personal brand is messing with the money of my professional brand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at the same time, like, there's a conversation that has to be had there, because it's like, yeah, this is part of my business. Yeah, there's going to be other people that's going to call. So that goes into another part of things that can destroy your brand is insecurities or trust.
Oh, absolutely.
If you can't trust me, that's again
Right.
Yeah,
no need to be with me.
You folded our brand if you can't trust
if
me.
you can't trust me,
If I got to sit up and, you know what I'm saying, worried about what I'm doing all day while I'm out working, or, you know what I'm saying, you checking my phone and email and text messages and anything else, or, if I got to sit up and deal with any of that, you're harming our brand at this
Right.
point.
Right. So let me ask another question. Speaking on branding, this just kind of popped up in my head. When I met you, you was shiny and brand new and looking all like delicious, right? Am I wrong for asking you to change? Because now I don't need
Change
you,
what?
I don't need you advertising the brand like you did when you was trying to get me. I don't need
So you
But
don't want her looking
But
good
here's my
anymore?
problem.
I don't want-
Here's my problem. The
I'm
problem
asking.
I have with that is you are acting like I was advertising to get you. And that wasn't the case. That was just my brand. That was who I was. Like, I wasn't doing that to get your attention or to get anybody's attention for that matter. That was who I was, or who I am currently. So for you to come in and be like, oh, now that you got me, I need you to tone that down. Ninja, this wasn't about you.
So
know.
you
I
want
don't
to
feel-
buy a Rolls Royce, and when you get it home, you want it to turn into a Miata?
No. That's
All right, so wait a minute. I gotta kick this comment because it's the honest to goodness truth. It say just keep it 100. It's from Black Spirits Legacy. What's up, L Boogie? It says just keep it 100. When you grow your brand, you tend to elevate your audience. Therefore, you outgrow your previous brand policies.
Right. So you
And see, that's what I did. I elevated.
elevate chicks.
Yes. But
get to the next level. Thank you, L Boogie. For that
no,
comment.
but I mean, back to, I agree with Robin on both things. One, if we together, the only reason you have to change your number if there's some type of safety issue. Besides that, everybody has a pass
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
need to check your insecurities at
right,
the door.
yeah.
Check them at the door.
And if I bought a Ferrari, then I want to make sure that Ferrari stays a Ferrari. I want to be driving down the street flossing with my Ferrari, taking
And
all the
that's fine.
compliments. I can understand. I may not want my Ferrari half naked on Instagram or something like that.
Why not? That's what she was
Is
doing.
that how your Ferrari was
But
making
I'm-
money?
No. Not
I don't care
mine.
What she was doing. I don't care
No.
what she was doing. That's what I'm asking.
But-
like, you can't say this was just a question. I don't care either way.
Yeah, you do, because we talked about this
Yes.
a couple
Yeah,
weeks
it's
ago.
how
But
like you
I don't.
But here's my thing. Yes, if you're in a relationship with somebody or whatever, then come on, you ain't got to be on the gram half naked, pop locking.
Listen, first of all,
And you're not, and that's not how you make your money. That's just what you doing.
being half naked on the gram stops with maturity anyway. Like
Not anymore, unfortunately.
what I'm saying is it should.
Yeah.
It 100% should, because I need you to stop out here embarrassing your kids on Instagram. Now little Timmy got somebody picking on him at school because your mama out here busting it open on Insta. Like, don't be that person.
Yeah, I couldn't be.
Well,
Like,
it's a lot of those
Don't be
nowadays.
that person. Not to mention, ladies, when we get to a certain point in our lives, and when we get to a certain age and a certain level of maturity, and when our brands get to a certain level, That's not how we want to do that. That's not how we should want to do that. Don't nothing irritate me more than seeing a chick that is professional and she got daughters at home and all this type of stuff, and she's still out here hoeing on Insta. That's a problem for me. Don't nothing tick me off more than that, because I'm like, so you okay with Lil TT and Tata doing that? You know what I'm saying, on Insta too? Like, come on now. You need to be the example for your daughters for what you want them to be. I don't want Tori being an Instagram hoe, so I'm not gonna be no Instagram hoe.
Definitely.
I
For
agree
me,
with you,
if I
but
was in
unfortunately,
if I was in the gym working hard and my body looked the way I wanted it to be, I wouldn't own a shirt. So yeah, I
well,
would be
see,
on
it's a difference between posting on Instagram your fitness journey and you working out and stuff like that. That's different.
I'm gonna start
than-
an OnlyFans with my fitness journey.
That's between you and your husband. I don't know what you looking at me like I'm about to subscribe.
I don't give a shit about your subscription.
You
Like,
the
we
one
about
was
to, we
looking
about to watch Robin lift these 45s.
I'm just saying.
All I know
But-
is if somebody want to pay $14.95 to see me, I'm gonna let them do it.
But you single now. I mean, if you got a boo and y'all was in a serious relationship and she felt uncomfortable with you having an OnlyFans,
Then you'll find you somebody else.
okay, have a conversation. If it's that, then it's that.
Because
But
I don't need that insecurity messing up.
Then no,
who I
there's
am.
But
difference.
I guess my
There's
point
a
is,
difference.
I guess my point in your question, Mike, is when you decide to rebrand, as Ty is doing right now, when you go through that rebranding phase, those are conversations that needs to happen in the rebranding phase, because those are terms of the rebranding
and
contract.
conditions.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
If it's one of your terms in the rebranding contract is that, okay, well, I know this is what you was doing previously, or I know this is how you were making your money previously, I'm not comfortable with that. You need to say that from the beginning, because what happens is too many times people get into relationships and get into these branding deals, and they are okay with the situation. They're really not. But they are pretending to be okay with the
representative.
situation. But then when, that becomes too much for them at that point, then they want to jump in and say, well, I want you to stop doing that. That's
Right.
when that situation becomes unfair.
Right.
Because now you're like, wait a minute, I was doing this when I met you. This is what I was doing. You never told me you had a problem with this. And because this is what was going on when you came into the picture.
Right.
And now all of a sudden you have a problem with this. Now we got to renegotiate contracts.
Right. Just like the
Right.
recipe, like when you think about kind of since it's parallel, like branding. If a brand changes the look or the logo, they're not recognizable no more. You fell in love with that brand and that for a reason.
Like Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, like you fell
First
in
of
love
all,
with
let me just be
Ain't the
clear.
Buffalo
Let me just
brand?
be clear.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want
they're
our
the
I want our
something
people to
pancake
understand that
company.
we never asked for that. I'm gonna just say that. We didn't ask for that.
I didn't know that.
We didn't ask for that.
But-
I didn't. Pearl Milling can keep her pancakes now, because I don't know her. I knew the fat black lady with the good syrup. That's who I knew.
Right.
This is better word.
No
I'm just
cap.
saying.
No cap.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Mrs.
But,
Butterworth's still out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, anyway.
just Aunt
But
Jemima lost
I'm
her
just
job.
saying, like that happens too many times to where, like, okay, I fell in love with the representative, and then it changes up. Like you basically switched on me later on down the road, and I don't appreciate that. So that's why you got to be upfront.
No, at some point, man, you just got to pat them on the back and be like, hey, man, this ain't work out for you. Like a job. Hey, man, this ain't work out for you.
Yeah.
I have done it multiple times. And my phone number, ladies, have not changed. It's like Mike Jones' number. If you know Mike Jones' number, you know my number. I've been had it since 95.
95.
Yeah. So, Ty, your number should still be the same.
My number's been the same. I'm too lazy to change mine.
Ladies, please text
I'm not
Ty.
trying to
Text Ty
remember
today.
a new number.
Text Ty today. Say, hey, big head.
I mean, y'all
Not the hey big
y'all
kid.
can text me if you want, but you're gonna get your feelings hurt.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ty, you supposed to keep you supposed to keep an old communication with them so they can tap in with the podcast and talk to you.
That's what
You ain't
our
supposed to cut 'em off like
podcast
that.
DM is for.
Hey, you answer it.
I don't answer it.
Hey, I'm trying to figure it out.
Nope, not me.
Okay.
That's Robin's job.
Robin, you putting it on you.
Listen, I don't
Since
care.
when Robin started answering the podcast, then.
So we know somebody lying over here.
I ain't in the DMs.
For me, this is just for me. Like, I'm going to represent myself, who I am, for forever. And if you can't accept that, then I'm just not the brand you need to subscribe to. I'm not the brand that you need to vibe with, because I'm not changing who I am. So when I say I don't really care if you love me or not, like, cause I don't believe in none of that.
Y'all
Come
bipolar
on,
at
Mike.
this table.
Come on,
this
Mike.
is the most bipolar table
listen,
hold on.
I have ever seen.
I took
in
my medicine before I got to
life.
the table.
No, this table is bipolar
I
because
don't-
it was 2 episodes ago. Literally 2 episodes ago.
what happened?
Well,
He
we
was
had a
He was
whole blown fight with Mike about, well, what if, she was out here flowing in the club and this how she was looking at the club and now I don't want her to look like that and blah, 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 blah. How am I wrong? Because I want her. This was 2
I think I remember that.
episodes
Yeah.
ago.
When you learn better, you do better. At the stage, the mentality that I am currently.
He changed 2 weeks ago.
And you can do that.
Listen.
See, and wait a minute.
Yeah.
While we own that, that is the beauty of rebranding.
Yeah.
That is the beauty.
Yep.
Because don't nothing tick me off more than I'd be like, I ain't the same person I was yesterday, let alone 2 weeks ago, let alone 2 months ago. Listen, if my God tell me I got new glories every day and I can repent and it's behind me and I get to forget about it, you didn't just need to follow suit.
Preach.
That's all I'm saying.
Mike know better than that.
That's all I'm
That was
saying.
2 weeks ago, Robin. Though, come on.
Well, listen,
you ain't about
but
to get
here-
him that. You just was on him like that.
Listen,
come on.
but
now.
here's the deal. The reason why is because you start experiencing things, you start seeing things, and you like,
Oh, you ran into a road bump.
listen, I'm like, no holds barred. Listen,
Okay.
savage
I hear you.
is where I'm at now. I don't care.
You hear what he's saying?
I don't care, and that's
I mean, eventually you'll meet the right one.
no.
Ty,
No.
come on now. Don't
Oh,
start
he's
Ty,
that
don't do
guy
that.
now.
Don't do that.
No, this is what
Don't
I'm
do
saying.
that.
That guy.
I watch this show every week too, like everybody else. Do not do that.
Don't be
I
that
used to
guy.
be Team Ty. I don't
Don't
know.
be that guy.
Now, did you
Ty.
just
We
sit
gonna
up
have to
here and
find a
say,
new co-host.
God give you
Ty.
new glory?
Don't be that
Now
guy.
You hating
Ty.
on
Don't
my
be
new
that
glory?
guy,
Don't
man.
do that.
Don't be that
What's
guy.
the last song you played on your
Hating
phone?
on my
Don't
glory.
be that
Listen,
Probably
guy.
played Summer Rain a couple days ago.
What's Summer Rain?
Carl Thomas.
Carl
Don't act like
Thomas.
you don't know. Anyway, listen, I have a whole playlist dedicated to my
Okay,
mentality. and
let's
mood.
get back to the brands, okay?
So for real,
Okay, I want to know one song. What's the one song? That's the we can go. What's the song?
it start off with Trey Songz.
What?
This right here is a panty dropper.
Oh my
That's
god! All right,
it.
we can go
Shut
ahead and
up,
go. Keep
Mike.
going.
That's it.
Anyway,
That's it.
so the next brand that I want to discuss, and we kind of been in and out of it. So we talked about the relationship brand that you have to protect, and there's a lot of different ways to protect the relationship brand. You can rebrand as Ty is doing right now, but let's all not act like we don't know the previous brand. You still get associated with
Right.
with the previous brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pearl Milling Company is always gonna be Aunt Jemima. I don't care how many times they try to switch it, flip it, rub it down. That's what it is. You can change your brand, but you still get affiliated with your previous brand. Just like they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Right.
Well, technically you can. She can change her brand. She not a hoe no more. But guess what? There are people out there that remember when she was busting it open. That's all I'm saying.
But didn't you just say God give you new glory?
I'm not saying that he can't. I'm not saying that he can't. I'm saying that your brand can change, but that does not necessarily mean and
that
this
people
is
will.
that people
That's why
will
you got to
accept your
keep
new
your
brand.
business to yourself.
I just don't like the fake. Don't be a fake brand. Don't be portraying that you're one way and you're really not. I don't like.
I
the
mean,
fake
nobody
brands.
like the fake brand.
I got a question, Ty. When do you bring the brand to the cookout?
To the cookout.
Like, do you skip holidays?
Excuse me, I just went to a wedding last week.
Oh, okay.
That's the cookout
Put
of
me in
the
my place.
cookout.
Then. All right, go
Check
ahead.
this out though. Check this out.
Oh,
though.
go ahead, Robin. Come on.
It was a wedding that she
Oh,
had.
no,
I ain't got no wedding
So she
yet.
know what I was
He
saying.
ain't brought her around.
He ain't brought it. Okay.
We ain't
Right
had a
around.
cookout yet.
It's
And my
on
family
next Sunday.
out of town.
It's next Sunday.
My family out of
It's
town.
next
Sun-
Sunday.
Next Sunday. Look, put the pinky down.
It's next Sunday. The same time
Ain't
it
nothing
is.
in that
The
glass.
same time it is every year.
It's a little something in here.
The
Enough
same
to
time
sip
it is
on.
every
Pour
year.
me a little sip.
We need something.
The same time it is every year. So we
That's
will
enough. I
expect to
just
see.
need a taste.
We will expect to see Ty's new branding partner.
I don't think
next
y'all
Sunday.
ready. I don't think y'all ready.
Listen, I'm happy for Ty and his new brand, but I also know that.
Don't be that person.
I also know.
Don't be that person.
Yes,
Don't be
they-
that.
No, I'm not.
Get him, Robin.
Listen, I've been supportive. I told him if that's what you want to do it. Don't expect me to change though.
I don't
not
expect you to. I don't expect nobody to change.
So I don't want to hear
I expect everybody
I don't
to
wanna
move
hear
at their
no-
own pace.
I don't
At
want to
any
hear no.
rate.
Oh, the
Are y'all at like
At
odds
any
now?
rate.
Because y'all used to be on the same team.
I don't want to hear
At
no.
any rate,
None of that.
so
I'll be Mike's wingman.
Oh, man,
let's.
stop.
I want to talk about. When your personal brand and your business brand meet, and what I mean is, I've had situations where, and we can even talk about cancel culture with this one. You can be building a brand, and your partner can post something on social media that can be detrimental to your entire brand. Whether it's, anti whatever the case may be. It can be anti anything, or it can be right or left, or whatever the case may be. Your partner can post something that can be detrimental to your brand. How do you handle situations where you're in a relationship with somebody that don't understand that you have to at all costs protect not just your brand but mine too?
Well,
go ahead.
I'll start. I think it starts. That's one of those foundation pieces, because when you say that, it reminds me of like a lot of these athletes and their wives would get on Twitter or social media and just start going off at the mouth, and they end up hurting their next contracts or something
Right.
like that. You have to have those conversations with those people way ahead of time at the foundation piece. You got to let them know to stay out of Twitter. Don't read or don't pay attention what's on TV, because one wrong word and now you're costing us millions of dollars.
Right.
So, and you got to hopefully teach people how to stay out their feelings when it comes to business. Business and personal is two separate things. Just because I'm an asshole when it comes to business stuff, that's just business. It's not personal, it's business. But
I disagree with that statement, because I feel like you can't censor me. Now, I was in a relationship.
don't be with me. You don't need to be with
Let me
people
finish.
that's out in the public like
let me
that.
finish, let me
Because
finish.
that censor gonna cost you
finish.
millions of
And,
dollars.
Hold on,
and
hold
that's
on.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like this.
And I get it. So my ex-wife is an officer in the United States Army, and she would tell me, oh, you can't say certain things, you can't post certain things, you can't.
And
do
that's
this,
the
that, that.
truth.
You can't censor me.
Mike, you gotta
That's
protect.
why that show
and
is-
No.
this is
And that's fine. But still, here's the thing:
No.
you're not gonna. That's your field. That's your
No,
choice.
it's
That's
not.
what you
It's
decided
not
to go
her
to.
field.
It is.
Once y'all are married, it's y'all field.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm with Ty.
on her, for her with that, that's okay. Don't associate yourself with me if I feel like
It ain't that easy. When you in
it
those
is that
high
easy.
profile
I
jobs
don't care.
and you married,
I don't care.
you don't even have to say who's your husband and wife. They know how to find
They
out.
know.
Okay, and that's fine. But you're not going to use that to censor me. That's just the bottom line. You're not going to tell. That's just like me
Yeah,
saying. That's like
see,
me saying.
nah,
Hold on. That's
man.
like me saying. I'm on this platform of Just Our Opinion. Don't mention X, Y, and Z. You telling me that you can censor me in that way because I'm associated with X, Y, and Z?
Yes.
You're not. No.
So wait a minute, and I'm glad you said that, because let's bring that back here. Because if that's how you feel, I'm so glad you're not on Facebook. Let's bring that back
you not
here,
on Facebook? No.
because
You holla.
what you say at any moment affects us.
But
We have
everybody's
a
gonna
brand.
disagree. I know
We
that,
have
but
a
everybody's
brand.
going to disagree. Everybody's not going to agree. You're going to offend somebody either way, whether you say something or not. You're going to.
There's a
So it's
difference
okay.
between
It's okay to say one thing, and because the census say that's cool, but if you have a different opinion, then I need to be quiet.
no,
about
there's
it.
a difference between everybody have a right to their opinion.
Exactly.
But everybody, you don't have to. Your opinion can be detrimental to the brand, and you just because you have a right to your opinion, don't mean you have the right to get on Twitter, Facebook.
Why not?
And just because
You
you
taking
are
a choice to not say nothing.
So now you are affecting me.
Period.
What you're saying is
Period.
no longer just your opinion. It's
affecting
affecting somebody
me.
else. It's
Is
not
it affecting
affecting
your
you.
opinion? It's just affecting your
No,
dollars.
No, it's affecting my
me.
brand. That's me.
That's me.
But what if we share the same belief and I feel like, oh, you ain't saying nothing because you're getting paid a check, but I'm gonna say something.
But it's not up to you to say something for me.
And it ain't up for you to tell me not to say nothing.
If it's directly
I don't give a damn about
affecting
your
me.
money. If it's my belief, that's my belief. That's like somebody telling you right now, don't pray because we don't do religion. What you gonna say? Oh, I'm not gonna pray because you gave him.
But that also don't mean I gotta go on Twitter, dear Heavenly Father,
Why not?
to the
Why
Lord
not?
Savior.
Time
my
out.
God.
That's where I draw my
Why not?
line.
Thank
You ain't gotta go.
That's where I draw my
You
line.
don't have
You
to
gotta
post
Time out.
it.
That's where I draw my
No,
line.
You don't
That
have to
money-
post
That's
it
where I draw my
on
line.
Twitter.
If I believe in God, I can't post it because
You
you
can
feel a certain
post.
way.
You can say I believe in God and stuff like that, but you ain't gotta be on Twitter.
Why?
Because you don't have to. The good Lord don't say praise me on Twitter.
And he don't say don't either. This
You
is
just
good Lord
doing
got
it
Twitter
now.
for
I'm doing it-
attention
No.
now. Because before Twitter, you wasn't doing it.
Ty.
Before
It's called
before
freedom
there
of
was
speech.
a Twitter.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm protecting
before
my
there was
rights.
a Twitter,
Was you doing it on
was
MySpace?
No, go
No.
back before then. Before there was a Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, you wasn't going out renting ads in the newspaper to put a prayer in there.
When Tom was your only friend, was you doing that?
No, but here's the thing.
Okay.
But here's the thing. This is my point. My point is, don't try to censor me to protect your quote unquote brand. If I have a belief, don't tell me it's certain subjects that I can and cannot talk about. Don't associate yourself with me.
No,
How do
nobody
I-
said.
But here's the thing. Let's say you're my
Okay.
husband.
Right.
I don't get to not associate myself with you. I don't have that option. Regardless to how you feel and what you think, my brand is now your brand. I don't have the option to say that I'm not affiliated. The thoughts and opinions by Vaughn is not the thoughts and opinions of Robin. Because guess what?
But we're individuals.
My audience don't give a damn about me telling them that that's Vaughn's opinion. That ain't Robin's opinion. No.
Right.
That's your
That's your
husband.
household.
That's your husband. That's your
That's
household.
for them to deal with because I still have to protect my individuality even in a partnership.
You can protect your individuality.
By
Nobody,
censoring me and telling me to
nobody
shut up and be
said
quiet? No.
you have to keep your opinion to yourself.
Uh-uh.
Go tell Angel. Go tell Robin. Go tell people that know you. Ain't nobody tell you to go on Twitter to a bunch of strangers to post it.
That's my
people
right, though.
go on Twitter to post how they
We got a
feel
comment.
for attention.
We got a
That's it.
comment from Michelle, and the comment says, when you are in a devoted relationship, marriage, family, brands, etc., you will not deliberately say or do something to purposely hurt them.
I agree with that. I'm not deliberately.
And that's what Twitter is. If you deliberately going on Twitter, posting something that you know is
How
going to
about
affect
this?
their
How about
brand.
this? If I, as your wife or as your spouse, ask you, say, hey, I saw your post. I'm asking you to steer clear of that topic for me. You and I both know that topic is touchy. You and I both know that we're in a climate in this country where that topic can flow either way. I know how you feel about the topic, and that's fine. But I'm asking you, as your wife, to protect our bag, to stay away from that topic. Am I wrong for that?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I say yes.
Y'all tell me in the comments. Am I
say
wrong
yes.
for that?
You're not
Because the reason why I say that is because let's flip it. Let's say you talking about a topic that I don't feel like you should be talking about. Can I come to you and say, oh, I know ABC paying
And
you.
y'all do.
Hold on.
And
I know
y'all
ABC
do.
paying you to talk about X, Y, and Z.
Do you
get
know
it
how
back.
many times I've been
If
censored on this
if
show?
I say to you, I don't want you on the show because I don't feel like you know how I feel about it. I know how you feel about it. I don't want you talking about that on the show. Damn, what ABC talking about? They talking about police brutality. I don't want you talking about that because I'm fearful that they may backlash on you. You gonna not do the show?
There are times that people
Are
in
you
the
gonna
public
not do the
eye,
show?
you have conversations
Answer
with your
my
spouse.
question. Are you gonna not do the
It
show?
depends on what it is. If I'm having a conversation
Okay.
with my spouse and there's something out there that's going to really affect her and make her feel some kind of way. and we're having
I
that
ain't even
conversation,
talking about to make me feel
then
some kind of way.
Then as a man, I would be like, okay, baby, I'm not going to talk about that.
You gonna tell
or
ABC
I'm not
I ain't going on the show?
I'm not going to talk. Yes, I'm not talking about
So
that.
you still messing up the bag, right?
You're not messing up the bag.
standing for
You're
something,
being
right?
responsible to A, B, and C and saying, look,
I can't be on the show because my
understand
wife said I don't need to talk
we
about
have
this.
different beliefs. Me and my household have different beliefs based on that topic. So I'm going to choose not to be on the show this week. Versus going out
And
there.
you completely making me lose my spot on the show.
And now I'm losing something. There's a difference between respectfully telling them no and them like, no, we can't, because we can't.
And
they
at the
dropping
same
you.
token, I could respectfully tell you, I understand that you don't want me to post this on Twitter, but this is my page.
We
If
got
don't
another comment
nobody-
to say you are speaking as a person that will never put a brand or person over your ego.
Oh, what you got to say about that?
Listen, here's the thing.
Lord Jesus.
Here's the thing. I would never, if it comes to censoring me and my voice, nah, I'm not.
But here's my
Absolutely not.
thing. Here's my thing.
Absolutely
People,
Okay,
not.
we
No.
people
Time
say,
out. Time
yes,
out.
we have
Time out.
freedom of speech.
Time out, Ty.
But speech ain't free.
Time out, Ty. Absolutely. I am so sick of people talking about I won't be censored.
I won't.
I won't be censored.
I won't.
I won't be censored. Your mama been telling you to shut the hell up all your life, and now all of a sudden you won't be censored.
Nope.
But the thing that gets me about people that run around talking about they won't be censored, those are the exact same people that get up in the morning and punch a clock and will sit up and not ask the person that said that, you know, they identify as a frog, and they won't ask no questions because they want to protect their bag, but they not gonna not post something
Right.
online to protect their spouse's bag.
Right.
I might get a little
You ain't
flack
sitting
for
up
this
at
one.
work. You could not agree with homosexuality, but if the gay guy at your job say something to you or have a meeting with you, you not gonna sit up here and tell him, I don't agree with your lifestyle. You need to repent. You need to go follow Jesus. You ain't gonna do that because you protecting your bag. However, comma, you gonna sit up and protect your freedom of speech and jack up mine. I got a problem with
No,
that.
here's the thing. I don't have to subscribe to that. I don't have to subscribe to that at all.
Well, maybe hold on. This might be a little. It might be a little line here. Mike is a male, and if the female not following the lead of Mike, I think if it was vice versa, you
Right.
telling her not to post something, I think she should follow your lead. If that makes sense, right?
I feel like she should
Does that
stand
make
strong and say, "Listen, I understand you, baby, but this is my right. This is my choice."
No.
She can say that.
No, I get that part, Mike. But if it was backwards and you like, yo, baby, not post that, she should be like, all right, I'm gonna follow my man's lead. I'm not gonna post that.
So because it's his brand,
Yeah, I'm sorry I said that, but that's what I'm
because it's
thinking.
his brand,
Yeah,
the mate got to fold. But if it's her brand, he get to do what he want.
because Mike is kind of like the
Yep,
alpha.
because you did just say
Is he
you
the
didn't
alpha?
want her dressing all super
That's
pretty
where-
and fancy and everything and posting it online.
So Mike-
what if she say, I got freedom of speech, I want to shake my ass
First
online?
of all, that was a
You let her go.
question. That was a question. So here's the thing: if I don't like that to a certain to that strong of it, then that ain't the one for me. I'll let her
See?
go.
I knew it. I pulled the card right out the deck.
So we got a comment that says that's the same as when you work for someone. You can mess yourself up by talking about your boss or job in a negative way via social media. They're protecting their brand.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen,
You know how many times at your job, Michael, right now, don't you have a non-disclosure?
what do you mean?
Like you can't say certain stuff online about
You
your job.
can't say certain stuff online about your job.
Yeah.
You can't divulge certain inside information about your company online.
everybody.
You
Right,
signed a non-disclosure.
Right.
That is the exact same thing. We're basically talking about a relationship
But the
non-disclosure.
company that I work for can't tell me what I can and can't post on my social
Yes,
media.
they can.
They
Yes,
can
they
tell
can.
me not
Yes,
to,
they
Hold
can.
on. They can tell me not to post any information that would give information about the company that I work for. Like I can't take a screenshot of my desktop and post that on social media. I get it. That's
I know
that's
a guy,
breaking the law.
I know a
But
guy
if I
that got fired.
So, but if I tell somebody,
I'm about to say the same shit I'm about to say.
in order to have a successful business, you lazy business owner need to start advertising. And if you, I don't care what platform you choose, that's a recipe for success. Is that you need to advertise.
So it's two things. First of all, I want to read this comment.
I'm not telling you that you specifically. I'm taking screenshots from my desktop and posting it, and it's got my company's logo and this, that, and the other. That's you breaking the law.
Every business and their
opinion,
HR documents that we all sign or agree to, they have not only their policies and procedures, but they have
social
code of
media
conduct.
social media etiquette and
if
code
I
of
go on my
conduct.
page and I say, hey, I feel like every company should be closed on Juneteenth because of what that stands for in the black community. And I go on my page and say, these are the companies that are not closed on Juneteenth. I have a right to say that. You can't.
You
censor
do
me.
have a
I
right
don't care
to-
who
but
you are.
But they have a right to fire
say
you.
who you are.
They have a right
That's
to
why I say
fire
we
you.
all have freedom
You
of
can either
speech.
be the
but
NIGGA
speech
in the
ain't
field,
free.
or you could be a
Listen.
house NIGGA. Choose today who you gonna be.
No.
you can't
Nah,
silence me.
dude. No,
You
there's-
can't
Nah,
silence
dude.
me
No.
because
Nah,
of a
dude.
bag.
No.
Stop
Nah,
letting
dude.
money.
No.
Stop
Nah,
letting
dude.
money dictate what y'all
No,
do as a
y'all,
person.
dude.
y'all woke Negroes
slave
be
to
the
something.
poets Negroes
And
because
that's
y'all
fine.
swear y'all
That's fine.
woke.
But guess what?
There's something about
you can-
called
Listen.
financial responsibility.
And that's what drives
And
you. That's
no,
what drives you.
financial
That make you mess up
responsibility.
morals.
Fellas,
It's my
fellas,
responsibility.
Listen,
fellas.
I can't
Fellas.
feed my family
Fellas.
on woe.
So you a fucking sellout,
no,
bro.
5 minutes.
I can't feed
Whoa.
my
You a
family
sellout.
on woe.
You a
No.
sellout. Real talk. You a sellout.
Whoa,
Because that
fellas,
no.
fellas, time out,
We got a
time out,
comment.
time out. We got a comment.
That's a sellout.
Wait a minute, everybody go to their corners.
That's a
Everybody,
sellout to me.
everybody go to
You
their
don't tell-
corners.
This is
You don't
Floyd and
tell-
Pacquiao all over
Hold on,
again.
because you trying to
I'm
tell me
Mike.
I gotta be silent.
Mike,
because
I'ma
of
silence
you.
your
Nobody
mic.
said you had to be silent.
We got a comment.
We just said
Relax.
be prepared for the repercussions of woe.
New man, we got a comment.
Oh,
Okay,
what's the
Cotton
comment?
What's the
Go
comment?
ahead.
Come on, read the comment. Come on now. Read the
Go
comment.
ahead.
We got a
I'm
break.
good over here.
Read the
I
comment.
swear I'm good.
We got comments.
Okay, so the first comment says it's our brand we should be protecting, not her brand, not your brand. It's our brand we should be protecting.
One more. We got to do one more.
The next comment says, and I don't know whether I should read this. It says, "Stop dancing around it. You are allowing your company to censor you once you sign that agreement. It's okay to be wrong."
Real shit.
Here's the thing. What I was gonna say. I know this guy that got fired. And the reason he got fired from his job was because he posted on his social media, like it was like a video of like it was dang near porn. Like, let's be clear. It was dang near porn. It was dang near porn. But the problem behind that was his name was the brand in that company. He was a sales guy. So his name was affiliated with the company and with the brand.
Code and conduct. It's in
know what
every
I'm
one
saying?
of them agreements.
So they let him go.
Well, it's the same thing for the
And
cop
Michigan
that got fired
is-
that had
yeah.
OnlyFans.
Listen,
yeah, Michigan is an
it
at-will
is
state.
in the military and armed forces and police officers. They also have a code of conduct. Do you know that it is? And just because they do it don't make it right, because y'all gonna sit up here and jump on me and be like, oh, you know, people do that all the time. However, they can lose all of their benefits for it. In every one of those places that I just named, having an affair can
Right.
make you lose everything.
It's
Everything.
teachers that have lost their jobs because they had an OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I had an argument with a chick about a year ago about this same topic. Like, yo, you can't post certain stuff because they hire certain people to go look for certain people.
Yeah.
Like, whenever they want to dig dirt on you, they just go dig through everything you got. Like,
I worked the last job I worked at. I worked for a Christian staffing company, and I had on my TikTok page. And we're talking, this happened months before I even worked for this company. But on my TikTok page, and it ain't like I wasn't busting it open. I wasn't doing nothing like that. I duetted a video, and this chick was, talking reckless. And all I did was flip the camera off. Literally, that was all I did. All I did in the video. That was all I did
And
in
you
the video.
posted it?
But I'm talking months before I even worked there. Like, I wasn't even working there when I posted it.
right.
Straight up, my boss called. I was in Texas, and my boss called me and was like, "Yo, we need to talk." You know what I'm saying? Like, you jacking up the brand at this point. You know what I'm saying? Our brand is to be this wholesome company, and you messing up the brand. I had to shut my TikTok down the entire time I was working for this company because it was my bag, or it was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was, oh, I can post what I want to, or my bag. And I'm sorry, I have to feed my family.
Yeah.
So I put my ego to the side. I could have took a stand and been like, oh, that's my social media. You don't get to censor me. Oh my God, but I'd have been woke and broke. And I'm not going to be woke and broke.
Right.
So guess what? I shut the whole TikTok down.
I probably would have kept it up and deleted the video, but I'm good.
Well, I didn't have time for the scrutiny of going through and you know what I'm saying. Like at that point,
Why's you raising your
Look,
hand?
I'm gonna tell you,
Talk.
there's nobody
No,
on this
because-
earth that's on social media that's squeaky clean. Like we all say the most
This is-
obscene shit.
Yeah, people.
Kevin
do.
Hart,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart lost one of the biggest gigs of his career at the time
The Oscars.
because they found something that he posted 7 years
Years ago.
previously.
Real talk. All right, I know that.
Okay.
Look, it's 9:00. It's time for us to get them final thoughts. I'm not even giving it back to you.
Come on, Mike.
You get to do your
He
final
get to
thought,
say
and that's
his-
about
Go
it.
ahead, say what you
last
about to say.
Incorporate it in
Put
your final thought. Let's
thought.
go.
Look,
I'm glad we're talking about this branding thing because to me, now this is just to me, as an individual brand, and we all are individual brands of ourselves. If PNC told you right now, Ty, we don't like that haircut, cut it off,
you cutting?
cut your hair off,
Then I'm cutting it.
you a fool. If somebody told
No, I ain't
you,
cutting my beard. Don't even do
thank
that.
you.
Sir,
Don't even-
sir,
I got
sir.
some hair.
I didn't
Time out.
even grow my hair
Time out.
until
That's
I
just
went
like
to
when you told
Mo.
people.
Time out.
That's just like when you
religion.
told people.
Time out. Can we
Locks.
keep the final thought civil and just
Yeah,
have your
for
final
sure.
thought and not be attacking folk at the table in your final thought?
Final thought.
Hair is
my beard
not
is my
going to
religion.
affect me feeding my
Don't
kids.
sell out your brand of being an individual for no bag, no corporation, no nothing.
Talk to
If you believe in something, I don't care if they paying you hush money to be on the slave ship, and I may be on my Kanye West right now. Say what you want, but I don't subscribe to somebody telling me I'm gonna censor you, change your brand, change your identity, don't accept your blackness, don't wear locks, this, that, and other because it don't fit the brand.
Come on, man.
KMI.
Man, come on. You want sound effects with that? You supposed to break.
Yep, that's the one. Ty, go ahead.
Mike, you supposed to close that out.
You shot yourself.
That's the one. Ty, go ahead.
Look,
Come on, Ty.
when you're young, is the camera on me? When you're
Can
young,
we get a close up on Ty?
no, my camera is out.
Good.
When you're young and don't have responsibilities, then yes, you can be super woke as you possibly want to be. The moment you get responsibilities, you get kids, family, wife, and stuff like this, then you have to weigh all your decisions. Yes, you have a right to your freedom, but that doesn't necessarily mean the way you portray that freedom has to be in public. So just make smart decisions with your life, because you can be woke, broke, and on the streets. I'll be a sellout or whatever, but my family ain't about to starve. My kids ain't gonna be on the street, and I'm gonna be good. But I
Mike,
understand.
I'm gonna cut your mic, dude.
I
I
love this
understand the difference between your beliefs and what you need to do to take care of your family.
show. God
So that-
dang. Hey, man. I probably got a couple things to say. When it comes to this, just say, what would Jesus do? And think about your grandma. What would your grandma say if you said all this online? And
Jesus
then you probably won't do
protected
it.
the brand.
Yeah.
Satan came to him when he was in the mountain.
Look, yeah.
Let him have his
Look,
final
look.
thought. Let him.
I could
Sir.
hook you up.
Look
You
down
ain't
at
got to
your
be
wrist.
on this
Sir.
cross.
Sir, let him have his final thought.
Jesus protected the
Ty.
brand so much. He
Ty.
died on the cross.
Look down at your
He
wrist
took a whooping to protect his brand.
and say, what
No.
would Jesus
control.
do?
And didn't say nothing while they was whooping
Ty.
his tail.
Ty.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
and if,
trying to know what would Jesus
and
do.
if you see the red flags before this happened, just delete the brand. Just go ahead and get another brand, man. Robin, there you go.
Okay. I'm scared.
Mike gonna jump.
I'm about to mute my mic.
So, couple things. there's been a lot at this table talking about, what about my personal brand? But here's the problem with that. If your personal brand ain't making you no money, it ain't no brand, period. The second thing is you can protect your brand, but you also have to protect the bag, because at the end of the day, we have responsibilities. We are adults, and there's a comment, Vaughn made a comment talking about there are plenty of companies that went woke and have gone broke too. And that's absolutely true. And it's because they went too far woke. What I'm saying is, yes, it is absolutely true. You are not going to please everybody. I don't care what you do, what you say. There's no possible way you can please everybody. Somebody going to get offended about something. Look, you could say my shoes is red, and people that hate the color red going to be pissed off at you just because your shoes red. That's going to happen. However, what I'm not going to do is intentionally go into a controversial situation or a controversial topic or a controversial incident and do damage to my brand for the sake of, somebody need to hear my opinion and my thoughts. I'm not doing that. And it's just the same as, Mike, you can sit here and shake your head all you want to, but it's just the same as us sitting on this show and certain things that we be like, don't say that because you don't want this group coming after you, or don't say that because we don't want to get canceled by that group. We have said that at least 40 times over the 2.5 years that we've been sitting at this table. That doesn't mean that we didn't feel what we were going to say was true about that particular group. It just wasn't worth the detriment to the brand to bring that type of heat onto the show. My point about protecting the brand is your ego, your pride, and your stance cannot be more important than just, listen, I'm not saying not stand on what you believe on. I'm saying, why do you have to stand on it on social media? I'm saying, why do you feel the need to take your opinion to social media and plaster it on social media? That's not protecting your brand. That's needing attention.
They do it.
That's needing attention. And because I know who I am, I don't feel a need to sit up and argue with people on social media. I've said that forever. I am not sitting up. I don't care if you sit up on social media and say the most outlandish stuff. Guess what I'm gonna do? Keep freaking scrolling, because talking to you and arguing with you is not worth what could possibly be a detriment to my brand, because there are fools out here that might agree with you.
That's true.
Period. So when we say protect the brand, it has nothing to do with selling yourself out or not being your authentic self. It's about being strategic about your authentic self.
No cap.
So that's it. Thank y'all for kicking it with us today.
Yep.
I have to apologize for how hot the table got today. But we are in New York next week for Taste of Black Spirits, Brooklyn.
We might go live.
We protecting the brand next week.
Oh, brands is definitely
at Taste of Black Spirits, Brooklyn. Thank y'all for kicking it with us. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin,
Mike,
and Ty.
Deuces,
and triple chocolate.